Hello, I'm Kendra Von Esch, and you are listening to my 10-minute daily podcast, Reality Reflections. I bought into what this world said would make me happy. Money, prestige, power. And hey, if it feels good, do it, because life is stressful, so party hard. Do whatever makes you happy. But that didn't quite work out, because I felt even more insecure, full of fear, shame, and anxiety, and never, ever good enough. Then God found me and flipped my reality upside down and transformed my life. And I want this for everyone. So I left my executive career to help others find true acceptance, supernatural peace, joy, and love that only comes from a relationship with God. Here is my reality reflection for today. Sometimes we just have to remember to enjoy the process. Everything has a process. Oddly enough, maybe it's not a fine-tuned process like in a factory where it's repetitive and the output is the same. That's kind of not how life works. But when you pay attention to what is going on and the process of these changes in your life, I'm telling you, you'll enjoy them more. And if you reflect, like we should be, through any change, assessing, learning, tweaking, adjusting things, well, that didn't work out so well. Maybe that's not going to work for me. Let's try another small change and see if that provides a benefit in my mind, body, soul. But so many of us are instantaneous gratification mongers because that's what the world trained us to be. We should find that gratification and have it immediately. And we're talking about change. I know there's not a person who's listening to my voice right now who doesn't have something that they want to change in their life. Mind, body, soul. So what is that in your life? And are you paying attention to the process? I haven't brought up those 3 P's in a long time. It is a process. God's timing and God's ways we will never understand. So if you are in a situation where that change is not coming, that's what I've been looking at in my own life. I've been on this 10-year journey with God. My whole first 42 years of my life was a mess. I didn't know God, didn't understand His teachings and why they were so good for us, had no clue about the beautiful sacraments of the Catholic Church. But God led me to not only know the teachings, but to eventually believe the teachings, and then eventually to change my life so that I could live within those teachings. That's a lot of change. You remember my mirror moment? I walked up to the mirror after I kind of did all this studying about the Catholic faith, and I was like, oh no, I've got to change everything. That's daunting. So I think about how God got me through all of that. And why? Why wait till now to finally kind of bring the whole Spirit of God and that beautiful gift of temperance that I've been desiring my whole journey? Why now? And will it be this lifestyle change? Will this stick? I'm not questioning God. I am just, I don't know. I'm not questioning Him. I'm not. I'm just like, it's interesting that you're finally getting me here now. His timing is perfect. Why? All these years, I've struggled
with my body, keeping it in any kind of shape, function, just be lazy enough to make sure that I just fit in some of the clothes so I don't have to go out and buy new ones. It was, lately over my 10-year journey, it wasn't about the physical way that I looked. It was more about, oh my gosh, I'm in so much pain. This is not good. This does not help me evangelize. And if and when I ever move down to another state where I have land and I've got a lot more physical stuff that I have to do, this body's not going to be able to keep up. So as I look at this process, there's a reason he waited. So you may be out there going, Lord, why have I not conquered this in my life yet? That's the second P. We've got to be patient and be persistent. Know that it may take some work. Know that it may be a couple of falls. Know that you may have to learn and tweak and adjust as you go along things that work for you. You can hear me and other people talk till we're blue in the face about intermittent fasting and prolonged fasting and how it makes us feel so much better. You can hear me talk until I'm blue in the face about working out and doing mobility exercises and finding that my hips and my legs and my buttocks are getting firmer and more strong, and therefore my aches and pains are going away. I am also, for the first time in a long time, actually taking supplements. I don't know about you, but I would buy the supplements and put the little jars up in the cabinet in the kitchen, right there. Anytime I want them, I can go have them. And maybe I'd start with 2-3 days, and then I wouldn't take them anymore. And they sit up there, and all of a sudden, they're expired. That's my typical supplement routine. As a matter of fact, I just burped up a couple of those. Sorry about that. Yikes. I take a lot of supplements now. I am taking nutritional yeast, vitamin D, vitamin C. I'm taking electrolytes and a bunch of other vitamin E and some omega-3s. So yeah, I'm amazed that I'm consistently taking these because it seems to be all snapping into place like a puzzle piece. I'm doing my workouts. I am sticking with my intermittent fasting, although yesterday, truth be told, I'm just going through this house trying to eat stuff down because we're leaving tomorrow for an extended amount of time, and I want to get all the stuff out of the refrigerator. So I had the biggest bok choy. This girl has never bought bok choy in her life. Never. But I heard that it's really good for you. And on keto, you can fry it up, kind of like fried coleslaw. Don't know if you've ever had that, but it's awesome. Fried cabbage, basically. And so I'm cutting up this massive bok choy, and I'm making that yesterday, and I'm just trying to eat the house down. I'm giving my neighbors gallons of milk and eggs and cottage cheese and things. But yesterday, I listened to my body. I could have fought through my hunger pangs, but I decided at noon, while I was making this bok choy, I was hungry. And so I sat down and I had some of it. And so my intermittent fasting came a lot earlier. I did not eat dinner as a result, but I did expand my window. So it was basically from noon until about 6:30. And 6:30 came, oh no, now that I think about it, yeah, I did have a little more food because I had not had much protein. So I did eat a small little bowl. But regardless, my whole point in this whole thing is I'm paying attention to my body. And I'm not putting it into rules that the keto lifestyle has me live in, because life isn't like that. Now, keto isn't intermittent fasting. I'm putting the two together because I want the most powerful results as I can possibly get in terms of fat loss. While I've said many times, this is not a religious thing and it is not a body weight loss thing. It is a great side effect, and that is what my body is doing, which is burning fat because it's in ketosis, which means I burn fat for fuel, not carbs. I just want to do it faster. I'd rather get my weight and my body to a size that is the most healthy for me so that I can continue to build the strength and the flexibility along the way. And I'm just shocked that God is making this easy, making it simple, helping me to realize that there is such empowerment and freedom in choosing to do the things that I know are good for me. That includes prayer. That includes the catechism in a year. I am going through that. I am caught up to date. Yay! And I also want this vacation to also be a lot of fun. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've got some kind of relationship, emotional things that are going on right now that I am doing my best to manage, to be as loving as I possibly can. It is going to be a test. I will have a couple of days in this trip that are not going to be fun for me. Let's just say that. Maybe I'll talk about it later, but bottom line, we all have people and relationships in our lives that we need help with. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to process. I'm trying to call on God. I am praying for my emotions and my feelings to follow suit with the fact that I have given my resentment to the Lord and I have given my forgiveness to Him, but I'm not there with the feelings yet. We talked about this. That's what forgiveness is about. You let go of the debt that person needs to repay you for the damage and the betrayal that they did. But it doesn't mean that your feelings are exactly aligned with that. But they will come. They will come. I don't know if mine will be aligned before or after this visit. So yeah, I just want you to know that we're all dealing with things. And they're not always good. But it's all about who we deal with them with. That makes sense. If we bring God into our heart, He's going to soften it. He's going to change it. May not be exactly where you need it to be, but again, enjoy the process. Pay attention. See what He's doing. Learn. We need to be like little children, learning from our Father in a very inquisitive kind of way and a joyful way. I mean, I've been laughing at Him saying, can it really be this simple? Did I just make myself for so many years get so emotionally pulled into this that it became something that wasn't at all about me getting healthier? It was about pure punishment. And everything that was a step to make me healthier, I then had an attitude against it. And I look now and I say, oh, it all clicks. Mind, body, soul, they do not operate independently. They are a Venn diagram. I know I will never look at a Venn diagram the same again after Kamala Harris described what one was. Okay, I digress. Anyway, a Venn diagram are the three circles, and then all three of the circles that overlap in the center. That is our mind, body, soul. They are united. You cannot have one of those three-legged stool pieces be gone because you will fall over. When we know that beautiful Trinity, just like the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, we can call on God to help us with all of the transformation that we need in our life at this moment, and be patient. Be patient and persistent. That's the third P. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. I remember telling God, you know what, God, I don't think I'm cut out to be holy. Because it was hard and I didn't know how to do it. And at that time in my life, I was doing it all on my own. I didn't even talk to him or bring him in. No wonder I was so frustrated. No wonder I didn't have any peace and the desire to really learn what my body was about and how it worked with my emotions, with my feelings, with my prayer life. And learning about my body and learning how to take care of it and seeing and experiencing these things happen in my physical body and honestly, my mind, my body, and my soul. Because there's peace, there's freedom, there's such gratitude and thanks to God. Thank you, Lord, for helping me finally get here. And I pray that this sticks and it stays and that I become even more strong and I can help others get there. Even though I don't have a white lab coat, I haven't gone to school. All I know, which is exactly what I do in my ministry, all I know is I share what I have learned and I share what has worked for me in the walk of life. This isn't all about prayer. It's about a mind, body, soul, and complete relationship with God. And I'm seeing, and I hope that I'm helping you also see, that all three components are critical to our happiness, to our health, to our ability to learn and process information, to speak truth, to have courage. All these things come together. The more healthy you are, the more your body that's been given to you for a great price, it's not really yours. We need to treat it as good as we possibly can, along with our mind. So that means learning new things, learning how to pray, reading a new spiritual book, going to daily mass, learning about your body, learning about how to work it out in order to have good mobility in daily activities. That's what I'm learning. The exercises that I'm doing are not your typical lunge, squat kind of things that we get on our DVDs and in our, gyms and aerobic classes and things like that. It's a little different. It looks at things differently in terms of how your body actually moves in life. And that is exciting. I don't know. Get excited about learning something new and enjoy the process. Don't be upset if God hasn't helped you conquer whatever it is at this particular moment yet. Don't be upset if the puzzle pieces aren't snapping in and you're doing a face palm like I am, like, really, God? Listen, here it is. That would be my palm hitting my forehead. Is it really this simple? Why did I make it such a mess? Why did I torture myself? Why? I'll tell you. Because I took the short way in all of those attempts. Remember? Exercise in a bottle? I can't tell you how many times I wanted a pill to help me do this. I never wanted to change. So I didn't have the desire to change, and I truly believe that that is the difference. While I had the desire to lose weight, I didn't have the desire to change my life, which would lead to, if I lost weight, that lifestyle change would keep that weight off. I would just go through the diet, fall off, go back to my old habits, lose a little weight, probably gain more. But the difference was I did not have the desire to learn and to truly make a lifestyle change for the better of me, not for what the world told me I needed to look like, but because I need this body to work. At 52 years old, I cannot be this physically old. So there you go. Maybe you're not there yet. God knows our heart. We can lie to ourselves and tell ourselves that, yeah, this is it. We're ready. We're psyched. We're never going back. And then 6 months later, we're back on that same road. That's really the deal, is hoping and praying that God's going to put a permanent change in your life. And then all you have to do is nurture it and learn from it and tweak and grow. It's amazing when you can see him in action. And then you understand, okay, obviously there was no connection, or you didn't want me to have this mind, body, soul thing, this clarity in my mind. You obviously didn't want that from me until now. Why? I don't know, but I'm all about it. So I hope that this gives you some encouragement and inspiration to keep going. I am not going to be on the radio or whatever podcast, radio, listen to me, for the rest of this week and all of next week. I think we're probably going to stay for a second week, but I'll be back. I'll just probably be doing my stuff from my mom's house down in Florida. So I just wanted to say that I will be praying for you and thinking of you. And I will keep you updated when the time comes on everything. Who knows? I might be doing some videos. So if you've got me on YouTube, subscribe, hit the black bell so you get notified of any new videos that I will share. But for sure, the Reality Reflections podcast will not be on for the rest of this week and all of next week. Alrighty, everyone. I love you all so much. You are on the right path. I don't care if you fell 7 times yesterday. Doesn't matter. Today is a brand new day. And we can have a completely different day than we had yesterday. We can have an even better day if we had an awesome day yesterday. Just walk with God, ask him into your heart, ask him to guide you and lead you, and trust the process that he has. Be patient, trust the process, but be persistent. Do not give up. because there's such empowerment and freedom. Every day that you take that step toward your more virtuous life, you should celebrate those moments. Remember those victories and those triumphs over temptation or whatever it is that you're dealing with. And celebrate it, thank God, and then humbly put yourself back into his hands and say, okay, let's do this. Let's keep going today. I'm going to miss you all, really. I mean, who knows? Maybe I will come. Maybe I'm going to have to tell you something and I'll be like, okay, I couldn't wait. But I just didn't want to have the burden on me because I'm really looking for this to be also just a relaxing time for me too. And I am praying that all of my emotions and my feelings and all of that stuff come in alignment with what I've done with God. I don't know. We'll have to see. Again, trusting the process, enjoying the process. All right, everyone. I love you all. Find something more with God. Have a blessed and inspired day.